The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the South Florida Bulls. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll move the wide receiver. Pulled and fired complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Pretty good job running to get two there to the 32.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off.
This nigga's got
good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, there are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
Leaves it with the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
The Gamecocks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To the air, it's Bailey. That's reeled in, it's Grove. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Don't
Man,
fuck
what a
it up, bigger than
spectacular play by that
goddamn
defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the
I
football
might put
so fast. Most
that
of these
little
guys
fast
are
nigga back there
250 to
today.
275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And I love the wheel route. I love calling it because most of the time I'm going to get my running back, who's a fast athlete, in space against a linebacker or somebody who can't catch him. Nice play design, nice job throwing it out in front of him. He does the rest, gets in for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Farmer. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Moulton. Stopped at the 24-yard line after the 10-yard gain. And the Bulls moving quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Gets rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Here's a heat. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. He wants to throw it again. Makes the grab. It's Williams. Tackle is made at the 38, and let's see just how daring they'll be on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the
Man, number
way.
28, fast in the big.
For the pick 6, he'll have to settle for getting it inside the 30.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
To the air on 2nd down. This time it's complete. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And these slants are so hard to defend when the ball's thrown like that. The receiver catches it, and he's catching it going so fast, and you could tell the defense couldn't quite get the right angles, and he does the rest, uses his speed, gets all the way to the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
Hurt,
and for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Tennessee is delivering an offensive masterpiece so far. It feels like they've been singing Rocky Top all day. They're up 14 over LSU. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll try to get the edge on the left. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Bulls racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The play action fake. He'll pull it down and run. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He leaves it with his back. He's brought down to the 49. That is well short of the first down. And the Bulls will try to move the chains on 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hold. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. The Bulls headed quickly to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Bringing the heat. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Bailey. He makes the grab. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football, and this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
And the Gamecocks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Great job by the back on the option.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Farmer. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Back to pass. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it. And the Bulls will hustle to the line. Might be changing the route. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They're dealing with a second and long. Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle, it's Moulton. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Bulls come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Quick pass and catch, good enough for the first down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Making side adjustments here. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulls.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to. But at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way. But the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 11 over LSU. That's where things stand right now. And, of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Out of bounds at the 18, and that is just what they needed to get it away from their own end zone. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And you see more and more of this in college football, finding your playmakers in space, whether it's a receiver, a tight end, or in this case, a running back, way down the field. Get him isolated, find your matchup, and how about the running back turning into a receiver?
It's complete. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Gamecocks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He's got his man. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make the catch.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. On target over the middle. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Dead center perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. He'll ride his man on the option. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Makes the grab on the left. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, They finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Warren. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Looking to throw again. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Shoots it to the left. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
From the gun. Give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on third and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Oh, he's got some space. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. He'll get rid of it. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard.
Oh, a lot of space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he is going to burn you like he did right there. He has elite speed. You saw it on that option play.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Buys a little time. He turns it loose to the left. He holds it in, and nobody's close. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Looking to throw on first down. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And the quarterback tried to make something out of it with his legs, but instead, he turns the football over.
And this is what you like about the quarterback. You don't want to handcuff him. You want to give him the freedom and the flexibility to get outside and create. That's where he's brilliant. That's really the added element he brings this offense. But you do need to reel him in with respect to the fundamentals and take him.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. Flying down the left side. The 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown.
It might have been the quickest holding penalty I've ever seen in my life. I don't know, holding with safety now, even but you should just like boot the nigga back to.
Finds a little space.
Usually just boot the nigga back to where he, you know, like another half yard. But I guess now niggas do the full 9. That's kind of crazy.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Just going to keep it after the snap. So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The Bulls want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Bulls with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throws toward the end zone. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Taking it the other way. He's at the 50. The 30. At the 20. Touchdown, South Carolina. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good.
Kick is good. That makes the score. South Carolina, 38. South Florida, 9.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. RPO complete to open the drive. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Now, a 4th down.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They got him.
Oh, man. Well, that was 41 minutes. What the fuck? That shit felt like it was like